Hey guys, I am Jenia and welcome back. I'm glad to have you here. In today's video, we're gonna be doing a bunch of cleaning, organizing and decluttering as usual. These were my last days of pregnancy and I was nesting a lot in this video. I'm gonna start with decluttering, cleaning and organizing our kitchen freezer. After we're done with that, we're going to be switching to my kids' crafts, including different activities, preschool books and things of that nature. I needed to get that organized and decluttered as well. Finally, we're going to be switching to our master bedroom, and that will be postpartum time after I actually had my babies already. So we're gonna clean up that messy space. So starting with the freezer, I'm just showing you what's going on. It's a little bit embarrassing. I'm going to take everything out, declutter a bunch of stuff, clean the freezer and put it back in a more organized order. This was me 37 weeks pregnant with my twin boys. I was already scheduled for a C-section. I was running out of time, and so I was trying to get as much done as possible. As you may know, I am married and I have two toddlers ages 2 and 4, and here I am still pregnant with my two fraternal twins. I believe I was scheduled to go to the hospital to have my C-section literally the day after, or maybe 2 after cleaning this fridge. My mother-in-law was going to be staying at the house while we went to the hospital, my husband and I, and look after our two toddlers, so I wanted things to be a little bit more organized and just easier to understand where they are. So my goal with the freezer was just do the best job as you can, considering that I didn't have much time in my hands. I also don't want to confuse you, because after our first two projects are going to be done, which is cleaning the freezer and then organizing my kids' crafts and arts, I'm doing all of that while pregnant, and then after that, when we switch to cleaning our master bedroom, I'm not gonna be pregnant anymore. I recorded that just recently after I had my twin boys already. And of course, I had to have a few weeks of rest. I am still in resting mode, but as I'm feeling absolutely fine, I am just starting to do some light cleaning around the house, and only the things that my doctor has approved for me to do for right now. If you happen to be new to this channel, I am Jenia and I really enjoy making cleaning, organizing and decluttering videos, hoping to charge you with the motivation that you came for and help you get those projects on your to-do list started. I freeze a lot of stuff. I don't know if it's more or less than a regular person would. We have an extra little freezer in our garage, so here in the kitchen freezer it would make sense for me to keep the things that I use on a regular basis. But of course, if it's so messy, you don't know what's inside that freezer and things get forgotten. So some of the things from this freezer need to go to the garage, some need to be thrown away of course, and the rest I'll just try and put into categories and put back into the freezer, so my mother-in-law would not get too confused while she's staying at the house and looking after my two toddlers. She's a great cook, but I was not trying to leave her empty-handed and trying to cook everything from scratch for my toddlers and for themselves. I was hoping to have just a bunch of vegetables for her to be able to heat up real fast, some chicken nuggets and stuff like that that is easy and quick. But for myself, I normally do cook a lot, and to make life easier, I try to pre-freeze my ingredients, things like carrots, celery, mushrooms, herbs, and the list goes on and on. So in my freezer, as you can see, there is a lot of just Ziploc bags. Just recently, I also started freezing tomatoes. Of course, you cannot put them in a salad after because they lose their shape, but you can definitely use them in soups, stews, and sauces. I grew a bunch of yellow squash, so I froze a whole bunch as well. Same goes for peppers. If I'm lucky to grow a bunch, I will of course freeze it. I like freezing vegetables that I especially use on a daily basis, even things like garlic, so that I don't have to run to the store every day and every time I cook, because I pretty much cook every day. Anyways, I'll let you enjoy a little bit of music and I'll be talking to you throughout the video.
Hold on, put me together, take me back where I belong. I want it all. I had a feeling, but the feeling is all gone. Wait, hold on, put me together, take me back where I belong. I want it all.
This is our freezer that we keep in the garage. I think this is hands down the best purchase my husband has ever made. I do not know what I would do without that freezer.
Feeling is all gone.
As I'm almost done throwing things back together into the freezer, let me just walk you through. On the top shelf I have frozen berries for smoothies, and then some ice cream and cookies that I would like to keep away from the kids. On the second shelf down I have a bunch of frozen bananas that we use for smoothies, some frozen avocado, pineapple, anything that's for smoothies, and also that little thing is frozen herbs that I just throw in whenever I'm cooking. The next shelf down is just meats that we are using or that need to be used up, and then I throw in bread rolls in here and the croissant because I need to unfreeze them next, but I don't have a shelf for just bread stuff, so I just threw them in here because I know I'll be unfreezing them next. Finally, on the very bottom shelf I just have all of the frozen vegetables. In the door I just have all of the stuff that I need to grab real fast while I'm cooking, like tomato paste, and I'm running low on that, some frozen garlic and ginger, and on the very top we have some ice packs. So it's more or less organized, at least I know where things are. I'm just going to put a couple of labels in, but I wanted to make sure that the ice cream mold is going to fit on the shelf that I normally keep it on. I just need to make some more ice cream, and I wanted to make sure that I have enough empty space left in the freezer. I think my label maker on that day had run out of tape, so I had to order some more. So I had to just handwrite the little labels of the things that I thought really needed to be labeled, especially if you don't live here but need to use the freezer for whatever reason. Alright, we're now in the dining room, and that's where I keep my kids' arts and crafts, since this is right next to the kitchen and that's where most of the action happens normally. So those brown bins and just bins and boxes on that large shelf, that is where I try to keep most of their arts and crafts stuff so that they are not able to reach it. I mean, they can reach it if they want to, but they know that they're not allowed to. Then there's a little plastic organizer in the corner which I will be starting the organization with. I got this one from Walmart, and I keep all of the, as you can see, just books and paperwork in here. I'm gonna take everything out and see what categories I can pull them into, then label the stuff, put it back in, and of course declutter a bunch. One of the drawers was available when I got this organizer. I decided to just put my cloths and towels in there. I ran out of my kitchen rags in the kitchen. A lot of times that happens actually, and I just run in here and grab one if I need one. I ran out of them because I sometimes think that I need to wash them, and then I wait till the last minute, and then when I finally wash them, I don't have any clean ones, so this is what this is for. It's kind of like a backup. It just works for my forgetful mind. My kids are 2 and 4 years old. Anya, my daughter, who is 4, she just started pre-K, so this is the kind of paperwork that we're gonna need for them. Everything is in that organizer, and so those are the categories of their papers that I seem to recognize, but also 2 of the drawers of this organizer are going to belong to us, the parents, so I'm going to show you what it's going to look like. So here I'll have coloring books, coloring paper, and the album. This one I called entertainment. Is just whatever activities, and most of these books, I love them and I get them from Costco most of the time. The third one is preschool, mostly for Anya. And then there is towels, which is mine, some kitchen towels, microfiber cloths, and floor spills. And then the last one, I just have some notebooks and the paper for the kids' chalkboard.
It's not very surprising. This room is still uncharted.
Now let's organize the rest of the stuff, and I'm going to be using these zip bags. I love them so very much, and I get them from Temu now because Temu offers the best price for them. On these shelves I keep my kids' crafts and arts, as I told you already, and also my gardening supplies, and then of course I keep some regular clutter in here. I throw stuff in here whenever I don't need it in the kitchen. I want it out of sight, out of mind. It's not a good system to follow, but I'm working on it. You should have seen this room before. It was a hoarder room. Right now it's not the worst it has been at all. There's a whole video I have on this channel where I declutter this entire space and turn it into a dining room, because before it was just a nightmare. Anyways, these are the things I'm gonna have to go through. There's also some kids' organization stuff, such as their schedules, their little boards that I put on the fridge for them to earn stars and stuff like that. I'm going to have a separate bin for that because that's more for me. But yeah, let me speed up the video and get it over with.
So what about us? What about all we had? Just send me an SOS. I'll run to you faster than lightning. Give me some time to breathe. Give me some time to speak. Cause I know the truth inside. And I promise you this time, no bravado, no more straight, stupid games, just one motto. No more pain, all in vain. Let your guard down. Call my name when you need a friend. No bravado, no bravado.
These plastic organizers, the blue and the green one for markers that markers normally come with, there is nothing wrong with that. I don't think there is, but I just prefer to use those zip bags. I think they're easier to throw stuff in. In my experience, we never end up using the plastic organizers that markers normally come in. It's easier for me for some reason to just throw it into a zip bag, and that's what I'm going to use today.
No more strange, stupid games, just one motto. No more pain, all in vain. Let your guard down. Call my name when you need a friend. No bravado, no bravado.
Not to say that this room is not perfect, but I just cannot believe how cluttered it used to be when we moved into this house 1 year ago. All of the unpacked stuff that took me quite a while to go through went into this room. All of the extra stuff, all of the clutter, plus it happened to be right next to the kitchen, so whenever the kids mess up or whenever they throw toys somewhere on the floor, it all just got automatically thrown into this room. It was such a hoarder's room, but when I got to it, finally I got rid of all of that clutter, cleaned it up, and my husband built this entire table and we turned it into a dining room. Now that I'm thinking about it, we never really had dinners together as a family. I mean, we did every once in a while, but not very much. Now I find myself waiting for my husband to come from work, and we always, pretty much always, end up eating with him at this table. And a lot of times the kids join us, but most of the time they do eat before us. was. Just because my husband doesn't always come home at the same time, it's hard for us to always eat together as a family, although I do think that it's nice and important to make it a habit to have dinner as a family from your kids' young age. And although we don't do it on a regular basis, but we try to as we can, I wonder, do you guys have dinner together as a family, whoever you are and whatever your family looks like? Whether it's small kids or you're all grown up and you have adult kids, or you don't have any kids, you have a husband, or maybe you still live with your parents. Do you guys have dinners together as a family? So this bin is just going to be for painting. I wanted to give it a little space and just not fill it up all the way, because if I throw all the markers on top of that, I think I'm going to get confused and turn it into a mess within a couple hours again. So a separate bin for painting, and then this bin was going to be for coloring, for all the markers and pencils. That's just what I thought would work best for me, but then it was filled with cleaning supplies. I mean vacuum parts and just some stuff like refills for vinegar that I keep downstairs in the garage. So that's where I'm gonna put all of that cleaning stuff and then use the bin for coloring. I got these black labels from Temu. I once got them from Amazon and they were much sturdier and just harder than these ones, but I don't find it the most important thing for those kind of labels. The point is to just be able to write on it and just stick it onto a box. So I find it doing 100% of its job. It works just fine for me. I'll show one to you in a second a little bit closer, and it's not sponsored or anything. I just feel like these are a lifesaver. But let me walk you through the bins as we are done organizing. So you've seen this bin with the painting supplies already. This next one is the coloring and play sand and crafts. I have all of the pencils and different types of markers in different bags. I never really give my kids more than 3 markers at the same time. That way we don't lose them and they don't do anything silly. So that has been working for me so far. So separating them all makes sense to me. Now next is kids organization. That's more of my stuff to give them stars for certain activities. And then there's schedules. And then there is my 2-year-old Max's busy book that has a lot of little pictures and stuff and shapes that need to be kept all together, so that's that. And then I added clay into one of the bins, and now I'm going to tidy up this table and we're going to be moving into the master bedroom. But I'm not going to be pregnant anymore.
But if I'm honest, I know.
Let's not forget, I wanted to show you this Sharpie that I use for these labels, and this is how, not so hard they are, but they work just perfect.
Everything you like, 'cause I'm not ready. If I'm not ready, I'm not gonna vibe tonight. You don't get everything.
Don't look at that box. I'll come back here and organize the rest on a different day, just when I find a little bit more time. I had some baby delivering to do. But here we are in our master bedroom after delivering the babies, and I am not pregnant anymore. First things first, we need to move some furniture around. So we need to hang the TV, and then when it comes to my desk, the blue one is going to move into that corner under the TV. And then of course I'm going to move away the laundry and do a little bit of cleaning here. And the brown dresser that's currently under the TV is going to go in place of my blue desk. we're not going to have the pack and play in here anymore, which we did before, and we decided that it's not a place for it, which made things a little bit easier for us. So first my husband's gonna hang the TV, and for that you normally use something like this metal huge thing. So here he is, already hung the TV, and now we're going to switch the dresser and the blue desk. This clip was inserted from a different day prior to actual cleaning of this master bedroom, but I thought I would include the furniture moving in this video even though it's on a different day, just because I had plenty of comments from you with suggestions how to move the furniture, so I feel like you kind of participated in it too. The reason we're moving the desk is because there's a vent on the ceiling around that area that absolutely drives me crazy. I actually come from a very cold area in Siberia, and people say that a lot to me, that how can you possibly be cold? You come from such a freezing area and you get colder than other people. And my answer to this normally is that we still are people, you know, that get cold. We just know how to dress right when it's cold. So now that I'm in a warmer corner, I am really happy that I don't have to freeze under this vent anymore. As you will see in just a second, there is the wires under the TV hanging on my desk. We don't like that, so I got a little adhesive wire organizer, I want to say. So my husband's gonna put it on the wall and hide the wire. So here's what it looks like after, and we're going to come back to this area. But now I needed to organize some paperwork I had. I thought I'd just organize everything that was on that brown dresser that we just moved. And also I found a picture frame and I put a picture of the babies in it, and I'll show you that in just a second. But babies normally come with a lot of paperwork from the hospital. I kept it all in that blue organizer, and now I'm just gonna put it away as we are done with the first doctor appointment. I also had a bunch of manuals that come with breast pumps. So yeah, this baby having situation comes with a lot of paperwork. And before anything gets lost, I'm going to put everything into those zip folders, organizing it by type, and using these reusable labels that I got from Amazon. You can use dry erase marker on them, and you can also take them off and stick them somewhere else if you change your mind. Everything that I used today in this video, I'm just going to leave a link for you in the description just in case you're interested. I quickly put a new picture of Alex and Nicholas onto this picture frame that I found in that brown dresser. Isn't that cute? Although I need to change this little man to little M-E-N, and that will be done. So fast forward into a different day after the furniture is moved around. We have a new mess, which we're now going to clean up, but I didn't really need to do any crazy deep cleaning on that day. The room was for the most part just messy. I did tell you guys in the last video that for 1 month after I had my C-section, we had a cleaning lady come in once a week to clean the floors and the bathrooms. So let's do a good tidying up in this room and a declutter. There is some laundry, some of my husband's laundry on that white basket. I'm going to put it into our guest bedroom. That's where I normally do our laundry. I didn't get to fold it in this video. I didn't get to do a lot of things in this video that I wanted to, but at least finished this room. I got this little funny string from Amazon to apparently keep your remote control from getting lost all the time. I wonder if it's going to work. I'll let you know, but it only cost me 10 bucks. And after realizing that I probably spent a big chunk of my life trying to look for A, the remote control, B, my phone, I tried looking for some solutions, and this is what I came across. When it comes to my phone, I also wear a string a lot of the times, and now I don't wear any clothes without any pockets anymore. So I keep my phone in my pocket at all times. Now I'm going to pick up some of the baby laundry that's all over the house. The babies are not even in this room most of the time, but there's baby laundry all over the house. So I might as well pick it all up and start the baby load. And here are the babies, by the way. I just wanted to show them to you. We're not cleaning this room, although it's a complete disaster, but I just wanted to let you glance at the babies and pick up their laundry.
It's just us two, me and you.
Try and clean the Mrs. Meyer's multi-surface everyday cleaner. I absolutely love it, love the way it smells, and I think you should try it.
I just feel so lucky, oh, oh, oh. Still can't believe you love me. Falling into your arms.
As much as I love this surface clean and clear of clutter, I'm going to have to forget about it for the next maybe a year or so. I mean, I'm gonna have to keep it clean now that it's a milk management station. There is my little blue fridge that I got for about $30 from Sam's Club, just to throw some milk in there whenever I need to save me a trip downstairs to the kitchen. And now I cannot imagine how I would live without this little blue fridge. I'm quickly learning that whatever time-saving hacks there are, I'm trying them all to see what fits for me. Having a new baby or two is so rewarding, but at the same time it can be really challenging, especially if you have a couple more toddlers to look after. It is such a busy and incredibly beautiful stage in life.
I just feel so lucky, oh, oh, oh. Still can't believe you love me. Follow me out, down to the bay. Forget all the worries. When you're with me, let every wave gently kiss away some of the hardness from those brief yet gloomy days. Wilderness, we give you our mess. We're so blessed to have you. Anchor our hearts and give us a fresh start.
I get these electronic wipes from the dollar store, and I love them for my electronics, computers, the kids' tablets, the phone, well, like I said, electronics.
Stay up till late, share all our secrets as we let go. No more illusions, no more standing still. Our love fusion will never cease to thrill. Ooh.
Little disclaimer, should have probably made it at the beginning of starting to clean the master bedroom. If you're new here and do not know me and just see me pregnant at the beginning of this video, oh, I hear she just had a couple of babies and here she is a couple of hours later maybe cleaning her bedroom. Please keep in mind, this is so not the truth. It has been over a month and I'm still not allowed to lift anything heavy. So in case you're pregnant, and I know some of you are, please don't let me be the one to make you believe that this is normal to just have a baby or two and then get up and go, do some cleaning, do some exercise. You know that most of what you see online is not the reality, and even though I claim to be real life cleaning channel, I still, to make a cleaning video, I speed up the process. I combine different days of cleaning into one, so keep that in mind please, because number one comment that I get from you guys is please sit down and would you please get some rest. I find that the sweetest thing, and this is part of the reason I'm saying all of that, is because don't you worry, I'm all okay. I'm taking it very easy and I'm following every single one of my doctor's orders. Speaking of which, right now I am allowed to do this easy and light vacuuming as long as you're not fighting with the vacuum or carrying a huge thing of vacuum up and down the stairs. It may seem obvious to some of you, but I still feel like I gotta say it. Alright guys, I'm just doing some final touches. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Let me know in the comments how you're doing. What is on your to-do list? Are you decorating your house for fall? If you're not, will you be, or you don't really care for that stuff? I just got this little decoration out of the basement with my DIY base. Not everybody thought that it was pretty, but I am still kind of proud, so I am gonna keep it on that dresser over there. That's about all fall decor that I'm going to do in this master bedroom. I know it is now fall season, but for me it's the newborn baby season, so just managing the house and being able to keep it clean is going to make me really happy right now. Anyways, happy fall and see you soon. Okay, bye bye now.